is the round that Morrison stopped running leading.
Lane's getting very close to a stoppage here. You get that sense.
Introducing first, Tommy the Duke Morrison. Lennox.
March 7th, 1995, Las Vegas, Nevada. The MGM Grand Garden Arena was buzzing with anticipation, lights flashing, cameras rolling, and fans on the edge of their seats. On one side, the rising American knockout artist Tommy Morrison, full of confidence and charisma, but all eyes were on the other man, Lennox Lewis. Tall, imposing, composed, a man whose presence alone commanded respect. Lewis wasn't just a fighter. He was a strategist, a thinking athlete who combined raw power with extraordinary intelligence. Every inch of him screamed control. Every movement whispered discipline. And tonight, he was ready to prove why he was one of the most feared heavyweights in the world. Lennox Lewis was born in London, England, in 1965 and raised in Canada. From the start, his life was shaped by determination and resilience. Boxing was more than a sport. It was a calling. Lewis's amateur career was stellar, culminating in Olympic gold at the 1988 Seoul Games. But the professional arena required more than medals. It demanded focus, preparation, and the ability to adapt. He learned to master his tools: his jab, his straight right, his footwork, and his ring IQ. By 1995, Lewis had refined these tools into a deadly combination that few could withstand. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't reckless. He was precise, calculated, and, above all, dominant. In the weeks leading up to the fight against Morrison, Lewis's preparation was meticulous. Every session in the gym had a purpose: sharpening the jab, perfecting counterpunches, conditioning for endurance, and rehearsing combinations. Mental preparation was equally important. Lewis studied Morrison relentlessly, analyzing his tendencies, timing, and weaknesses. He knew Morrison's aggression was a weapon, but weapons could be turned against their wielder. In his mind, every potential scenario had a solution. By fight night, Lewis wasn't just ready. He was confident, controlled, and focused. The night of the fight arrived. The arena was electric, the crowd alive with excitement. Tommy Morrison entered first, fiery and full of bravado, playing to crowd, trying to seize the energy. But then Lewis entered, calm, focused. Each step was measured. The contrast was striking. Morrison brimming with energy and emotion, Lewis radiating calm dominance. As the bell rang, it was clear this was Lewis's ring, and he intended to command it. The opening rounds were a study in strategy. Morrison tried to impose his power, swinging wildly in search of a knockout, but Lewis stayed composed. His long jab controlled the distance. His footwork maintained perfect positioning, and every counter was precise. While Morrison relied on raw aggression, Lewis relied on intellect. By the third round, it became clear Lewis was in control. His punches were measured but impactful, each one designed to disrupt Morrison's rhythm, test his endurance, and set up the decisive moment. By round 6, that moment arrived. A perfectly timed right hand caught Morrison flush on the jaw. The knockout was imminent. The crowd erupted as Lewis's combination finished the fight. The referee called a match, declaring Lennox Lewis the winner by knockout. It was not just a victory, it was a statement. Lewis had demonstrated that mastery, discipline, and intelligence could overcome raw power. Every punch, every movement, every decision in the ring highlighted why he was more than just a heavyweight. He was a tactician, a champion, and a future legend. Post-fight, Lewis remained composed. He raised his gloves, acknowledging both the crowd and his opponent. Analysts praised his performance as a masterclass of precision, timing, and strategy. For Lewis, this fight was another step in a journey that would eventually see him become the undisputed heavyweight champion, etching his name alongside the greatest in boxing history. For fans, it was a reminder that Lennox Lewis was a fighter who thought 3 steps ahead, who combined power with intelligence, and whose presence in the ring was as commanding as any punch he threw. Lewis's legacy extends beyond victories and knockouts. He was a man who trained with purpose, who analyzed his opponents like a chess master, and who understood that boxing was as much mental as it was physical. He set a standard in the heavyweight division: discipline, patience, intelligence, and respect. Against Morrison, he showed all of these traits in perfect harmony, dominating without panic, finishing without haste, and proving why he was a heavyweight force unlike any other. Even decades later, the fight is remembered not just as a knockout, but for the display of Lewis's skill, power, and intelligence. It was a night that defined him, not just as a champion, but as a fighter who could control any situation, neutralize any threat, and emerge victorious with dignity and authority. Lewis didn't just win the fight. He commanded the narrative, demonstrating why he was and remains one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.